All right, what up though? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Jeannie, and you already know what it is. So let's just get into the energy. Alright, you already know I got a page full of notes and a song for you today, and that is liberation. All right, I'll put it down in the comments below so you can listen to it as well. But the theme of this song, Virgo, basically has been showing you the power dynamics of every relationship, job, friendship, whatever you're experiencing. They've been showing you the dynamics of everything. And you've been able to clearly see, or I'm tapping into people who have been able to clearly see via way of their intuition where they have been given their power away, how they are obligated to the devil, and the social limits that they have been placing on us because of those obligations, right? And because of these social limits placed on us by law, social constructs, relationships, jobs, we have been ignoring our innate gifts. We've been ignoring what we really want to do. We've been ignoring our talents and our things that we could be focusing on while giving away our life and our life force, learning how to do things to serve other people. And your intuition this whole time has been telling you, look, you can either stay a bot serving people for the rest of your life, or you can figure out things and talents and gifts that you have inside of yourself that can create a corporation in which you are thriving in as well. Yeah, I can't lose my worth. Just imagine 1:44 on the clock. See, there's only a chosen few, you feel me, who listen to their intuition. I feel like I'm tapping into people who are tired of giving away their worth for monetary value that does not equate to your time, your life, or the energy it takes to get the job done. I'm talking to people who want to conserve more of their time, their effort, want to conserve more of their day, want to conserve more of their life doing the things that they want to do instead of what they've been told to do by society. And because of this, you started putting on this armor, okay? The experiences that you have been getting has been placing in armor. So over time, you have been getting stronger and stronger via way of dealing with obligations, limits, bullshit, setbacks, mess ups, hiccups, sabotage. You've been getting stronger through all of this. And I'm talking to some people who have put on their full metal jacket. They have gained their full strength that they needed to gain via way of the obligations of the world that they had to encounter, and they're ready to walk out of the house. They're ready to walk out of the social constructs that have limited them. They're ready to walk out of obligations and attachments. They're ready to get out of these things that have been holding them back. But of course, the things that have been holding them back wants them to stay, and it's more comfortable to stay. And on top of that, there's antagonists that make it hard for you to find something. It's almost like you have to go in the woods to pave your own way to find what you need. And when you do that, there are things planted in your way to steer your story or to tell your story. But again, I'm talking about people who've been reborn. They already know the ways of the earth. You feel me? They already know the limitations, the social constructs. So they already know what they were born with. And because you were born with a sense of worth, Virgo, because you were born, the people I'm talking to, the people I'm tapping into right now, don't make it fit. You feel me? Because some of you were born with the ability and the knowledge that you have power, that you have gifts, the things that were given to you since you were 1 day old. Virgo, it's allowed you to be in flow state. It's allowed you to be in flow state here. All right. And when you get into flow state and you start to do and be in your gifts, Virgo, it activates something inside of you. And that is your confirmation of the gift that is giving you intrusive thoughts, that is telling you that you need to go do something that you can't afford, Virgo. Yeah. You either need to do something you can't afford, or you can sit in your karma. 444. And this is giving me the energy. You have to have money to make money. Okay, you have to develop your idea, put money into yourself, develop your ideas, your gifts, develop what you want to do, put that time. You know how you spend 8 hours a day at work. You need to put 8 hours on yourself, Virgo, figuring out your gifts, learning how to tap into your intuition, and learning what you have been innately given, the tools that you have been innately given since birth to have in this life to pave a way. Because we all have these tools, whether you see them or not, you have these tools. The world comes and bogs you down and distracts you from your star player, from you and your gifts, in order for you not to take the steps that you need to take to hone those gifts, to train those gifts, to figure it out. And then after you figure out what your gift is, you have to go and do something to make it valuable. All right. And sometimes that means renting stuff out, renting stuff that you can't afford, doing stuff that you can't afford, going out on that leap of faith, trying shit, failing. But it's way better than living in karma, 555. It's way better than living in your obligations, and your obligations that keep you distracted from your happiness, doing the things that you were doing to show up in a way that you think will bring you happiness and joy and be your fulfillment. But in reality, there are things that you are born with and things that you got to do in this lifetime that will bring you ultimate joy. Okay. And then when things are added into you in that state, that is the real heaven that we are all trying to achieve on earth. And Virgo, some of you are choosing karma. Everything that you allow is what you choose. Everything that you continue to do is what you choose every day. So if you're tired of being poor, but you choose to not do anything to make money or to take out on that leap of faith to get a job, even if you fail, blah, 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 then you're choosing this. But those who reject karma with this no, those who reject social constructions, okay, constructs, those who reject limits, break limits. And hell yeah, it's easier said than done. But some of you I'm tapping into have the wisdom to motherfucking do it. And on top of that, you're connected to the divine and they're telling you how to do it. They're showing you the way. 707, if you choose to see. But what you choose to see is that it is scary. Yeah, the world's not meant for you to be able to do shit easily. It's not meant for you to be able to see shit easily. Then everybody would be on top. Okay, everybody would have the same gifts and everything like that, and some people don't deserve it. Only the ones who work for it deserves it. And you got to work because you're still stuck in this reality. Okay, you're just having a reality check while still being stuck in your circumstances. Now you got to get rid of all the thirsty people siphoning your energy to be able to build enough energy into yourself to figure out what these gifts, talents, and things that you want to do in your lifetime is. So there's something real heavy on this energy here. And as soon as you start like understanding that, that's when the matrix start coming for you. Okay, that's when the matrix start tempting you. That's when you're giving offers to stay. That's when you're giving things. And then some of you here are your assignment has been chasing you. We all have assignments in this world, lovers, friendships, families that are meant to teach us a lesson. And after the assignment is over, you're supposed to turn in the paper and go do another assignment. But some of you have been allowing the same assignment to live way longer than it was supposed to live. And if you would have stood on business, you wouldn't still be dealing with those same assignments that keep chasing you, distracting you from your dreams. But let's get into it. Well, let's get into it. I feel like I talked way too much, but that's what happens when spirit takes over and they just start talking. You feel me? Um, so let's get into it. What's the overall energy for the sign of Virgo here? Liberation, outcast energy. That was quick. A message from the ancestors. Look at that. I told you. That's spirit talking. Okay. Uh, I just, sit in flow state and I do what my gift is, which is to be an interpretation. And I can only interpretate things that I know how to interpretate. That means they have to show me things that I understand. I have to relate that into a message that correlates to what's going on. And then I spin that message to you. And that is how I use my gifts to create monetary value. And these are things that you can do as well. Some of you are good listeners, and what you hear is different from what people are saying to you. And the way you interpreted something, you can give back good advice. There's something here that you have, little gifts and shit that you have that need to be cultivated. in a manner in which the divine can use you to make a way, to pave a way. See, we all have gifts and it may seem ordinary. I know interpretation, when I said that, you were like, oh, that's just an ordinary ass gift, 1010, interpretation, right? But when you allow spirit to co create with you, with the innate gifts that they have given you, that's how they make miracles. That's how they allow miracles to happen. You feel me? For example, you could watch somebody do the same thing that you know how to do, but they get a whole lot of attention for it. They get a whole lot of gratification for doing the same simple thing that you know how to do. But the only difference between you and them is that that was their gift to do that. It was their spiritual alignment to be able to stand in that glory and be able to produce that gift. And there is innate things that are inside of you, okay, that are in alignment with spirit and alignment with what you're supposed to do in this lifetime, that will come easy for you when you stand in it. The problem is you got to figure out what it is. You got to figure out what it is really, because there's things and talents and things and ambition and shit that we think is fun to do, 1111, that we think we would like doing. But is it really your gift? Is it really what you're supposed to be doing? Is it really, you feel me, what spirit is trying to tell you to do? So it's really up to you. And I feel like spirit's giving messages out here. And these messages are hurting feelings. Okay. Okay. Weekend. Somebody about to get hurt over the weekend. Okay. This is this is a message from the ancestors that somebody is about to do something that ends in an injury over the weekend. Okay. This is also spirit giving messages that are not easy to swallow this weekend. Okay. Spirit is about to show you things that you weren't ready to see until this moment. Okay. You weren't ready to accept until you had to go through a lot of shit to get you in the energy to acceptance. See, somebody didn't realize what they were doing was silly until the outcome hurt. And then they were like, oh, that's some silly shit. I need some milk. 1222, I need to grow up, right? But they had to fall down. They had to bump their crown. You feel me? They had to get hurt in order to understand the message that was coming from the divine. And that's what I feel like a lot of our assignments are. Okay. A lot of our assignments is like getting beat up, okay, taught a lesson by the divine in any way they could teach you a lesson. Because a lot of us, you feel me, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Because a lot of us, we learn from trial and error. We learn from hands-on tactics. And the only way that they can really tell you a message and you understand the message is experience. I said this earlier in the reading. And this is the message from your ancestors, that they have been giving you assignments to give you the experience. Okay? And then they hurt you so that you learn the lesson. But some of you have been stuck in the experience, learning the lesson and getting hurt over and over again. And this weekend, they're giving you a message. You are finally able to see the message that the ancestors have been giving you, that all these codependent ass, toxic ass, parasitic ass, one-sided ass relationships, jobs, constructs, and societal norms that we have been living with ultimately just hurt us. And we can either keep living that out, or we could pave a way, do something fucking different. And I feel like this weekend I'm talking to people who are choosing to do different shit. They're choosing to make more time to learn how to do things that will serve their empire and serve their legacy and serve their ancestor, their spiritual alignment, so the ancestors can co-create with you. And I told you, when you make movements that's in co-creation with spirit, that's when they can make a way. 1414, you could be doing something normal, G, but because you're in alignment with spirit and they can push forth this action and help you succeed, you can succeed in something you wouldn't normally be able to do. This is how people get famous off of making a TikTok video. And you wonder how you had to slave your whole life, but there's teenagers out here making it happen because they're living in their alignment. They have found their alignment 444, and it's just that easy. They're trying to get you to look at the things, that you are doing, that you gain joy over, that come innately to you. It's almost like it's natural to be able to come into alignment with spirit because your body is used to doing it. It's like muscle memory. And when you start doing something and gain a level of muscle memory and like I just heard beast mode, and then you take electrolytes and it's like it hypes you up into beast mode. And that is when you're able to create miracles and magic. That's a type of manifestation that brings forth billion and millionaires. Okay, based off of a normal idea, you feel me, that everybody else knows and everybody else is doing, but you had the balls to trust that since this is what spirit told you to do, since this is what spirit told you you can do, that you're gonna do it. And because you have that faith in spirit, it's almost like it gives you an extra oomph. Okay, it's almost like it gives you an extra oomph. You feel me? That's that type of thing where spirit can then back you up and make shit happen, pave a way. But if you keep doing things that is not your alignment, not your way, spirit's gonna allow you to do it, and then they go allow you to get hurt, and then you're supposed to learn the lesson and try something else. Stop getting hurt. Stop repeating the cycle. And this weekend, I'm talking to people who are tapped into their intuition, to their divine, and are listening. Let's get the messages. Why is ancestor message here for Virgo? Shit. Okay. I'm telling you that everybody out here has a gift, G. You have a gift, you have a divine order, a divine path, you have a divine piece of orchestration in this society in which you could be a part of that brings forth abundance. Okay? When you tap into the eternal harmony and balance that comes with being in unity and alignment with spirit. And they begging you to wield your power. They're begging you to take control and destroy these things and stop being distracted by love and actually team up with spirit here and come into separation with things that give you short-term gratification, Virgo. It's time for that long-term shit. 1717. It's time for true abundance, G. It's time to actually have good luck and get favor in the things that are meant for you because it's meant for you. And spirit can back that up. All right, let's get into it. There's a gift inside of you. There's an ancestor messages telling you about some type of power that you have that can call in greater things to come, that can call in prosperity and abundance. We have the Four of Wands in the reverse. And I feel like through instability, a high priestess to the King of Cups to the King of Pentacles. Okay. Through instability here, with the Four of Wands in the reverse, through failure and stress and bullshit and setbacks, Spirit had been giving you this message about dealing with people, okay? Dealing with lovers, people who are open to giving and receiving love with you, and bosses, okay? People who are willing to be supportive towards you. They have been giving you messages about this. And what they have been intuitively showing you is the disharmony that comes with being in relationships with people who are open to giving or receiving love with you, only to take your power and your abundance. Okay, these are those conditional loves, those type of loves that love you if you give away your power and your abundance to them, so then they can come up and be powerful and create off of your energy, is what I'm saying. Yeah, the Six of Coins. This is like you giving your power and abundance to people you are open to giving or receiving love to, and allowing to be your boss. Is basically what this is. hmm And I feel like those are the ways that we were taught how to live. We were taught that we need partners. We were taught that we need bosses. That's how the world works. But Spirit is telling you that you can, if you're willing to, find a way to be able to make money off of your inherited gifts without partners, or in a partnership in which serves to your benefit as well. Because it's all dandy, right, that you have to serve to a certain degree if you're able to take what you're getting to make your own thing. And that's symbiotic energy. But what I've been picking up on is parasitic. Okay. You stressed out because you giving your power away to people who are enjoying the fruits of your labor. And spirit wants you to protect you from that. They want you to protect your labor, protect your fruits. They want you to protect your pockets. They want you to create a legacy so even when these people go away from you, detach from you, you still good. You still had it regardless. You can go get it again. And this is what spirit has been trying to teach you. There's something in you, G, in which you can create your own avenue. So when you're in partnerships, you are protected and you're growing your own empire that cannot be touched. And this is what they've been showing you with these assignments. And because you may have feared going on by yourself, because you may not have the knowledge, the know-how, or the money to do something, you have gotten into partnerships that have just bogged you down. But yet you continue. And spirit's really showing you via way of your intuition that this is not what you want. Okay, but you think it's what you want because that's the only way you know how to succeed, is to work with people and to get in partnerships, ignoring your gift that was given to you at birth, because all you know how to do is be in relationships with other people to make it happen, right? Go work for somebody, go get that job, blah 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 blah, and then you don't know what to do with that afterwards. That's because you haven't honed a craft, a gift, a talent yet. But if you wake up to your talent and start putting the money that you're getting from being an obligation into it, you're building an empire that will eventually pay back you. Okay, I know you got to make money to you got to have money to make money. We all got to start from somewhere, but spirit is urging you to start sowing seeds towards your talents and your gifts that you are rejecting, because they know what's going on, they see it. But the point is, you're supposed to be able to still pave a way to be in spiritual alignment while walking in whatever you got to walk in. All right. And because you don't know how to do that, you have been rejecting the path that God has been showing you via way of your intuition. You know how. You got to walk away. It causes you to walk away from social constructs and what they tell you to do and what you can do and all limitations. It talks about not emotionally putting all your abundance, power, and life force into partnerships. What about you? This is that telltale story of a housewife who's taking care of everybody, and then they get a divorce and they have no job, nothing, to no skills, they don't know themselves. That type of energy. And it's time to get to know yourself, or you can continue to get hurt. Either one, you know. But I'm talking to people who wants to and is ready to step into a whole new mode of existence. We have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Death card. Okay? Wow. Uh, the Queen of Wands is the only one missing to make an empress here. And I feel, okay, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Wands. Where's the Queen of Wands? Where is the Queen of Wands? The Empress came before the Queen of Wands did. There she go. The star. I knew it was next to action. So because the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Wands is still in the deck next to the action. 24, 24. Stay with me now. Spirit has been allowing you to go through lessons that hurt you, and it gives you knowledge so that you stand in your power and realize that you need to separate yourself on a level and start creating and stacking and putting money, time, and effort in the things that serve you. Okay, they have taught you this via way of lessons in which you had to stand up for yourself, get it for yourself, be alone in a situation. With the Queen of Cups, they have been showing you emotionally through your relationships being hurt by people who you were open to giving and receiving love with, but your intuition was telling you about the things that you were overlooking, such as this relationship isn't God centered. I'm not going to preach to you today. Okay, I'm not going to preach to you today, but that relationship wasn't God centered. It wasn't centered off of logic. It wasn't centered off of your spiritual path and where you're supposed to be in line with. But you wanted love. You feel me? You love that person. So you allowed yourself to get hurt and ignored your intuition. You feel me? So they had to teach you love. They had to teach you lessons in the intellect, in the heart, and then in your finances. And the finances was the last one that you needed to learn a lesson with until it really put an end to the assignment. See, when they hit you financially and you realize that you was giving all your time and your money to people, places, and things that didn't serve you, because when they leave, what you got? What you got out of that? When they leave, when that ended, death card, when they leave, when that ended, and you sitting there looking at everything that you have put forth your energy and your life force in, what you got from that? Nothing. And I feel like this was the last lesson in which they needed you to teach you about your assignment. Okay? And the assignment was to listen to your intellect over the heart, because it's the heart that kept you blinded. You love that job, or you love that this worked out for you. You love that it created a way for you and that was okay. But you were ignoring your gifts, your spiritual alignment, and things that God wanted you to do on this lifetime. So it was only going to be short term. Anything that is made off of anything other than what you're supposed to do will only be short term, and will only teach you a lesson. And even if it's long term, it is a long term lesson. But I'm talking to people who have ended the lesson. They're no longer being blind to that shit. And although it hurts to have this wake up call, it's urging you to take action on your legacy, urging you to take action on your gifts. It's actually showing you what the assignment was meant to show you. And I feel like what the Ace of Wands is inspiring you through the struggle to take off the blindfold and start making future plans with spirit. Okay? And once you start doing that, you can really start taking action in which will bring forth the abundance that I was talking about. Okay? That co creation with spirit, a thing that they have been trying to show you um, for a long time. And they have to turn things upside down. They have to beat you up. They have to allow you to do whatever you want to do, to knock you on the forehead, to show you the message that they have been showing you. And it's all right. That's your life path. That's how and what it took to get you to understand. But this weekend I'm talking to people who are having the sudden realizations that everything that they have been through was for a reason. What's this weekend energy? We have the Emperor to the Five of Swords. What's the weekend energy? We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Moon. We have the Ace of Wands. And the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords. The Emperor talks about standing in your power. The Emperor actually takes action on those things. Then I tell you, you had everything except the Queen of Wands to get into the Empress. I feel like this weekend, Virgo, you're gonna realize who's controlling you. You feel me? And how it's sabotaging you. This control may look like protection and help. Like, for instance, that job that you got. You got to work that job to pay your bills. It may look like control and help, but it's actually there to sabotage future plans of you finding a way to do what you want instead of working for them. You're going to see how the people who are in control, or bringing order to your life via way of connections is actually sabotaging God's plans. And this is gonna hurt you. This intuitive message that you're gonna get is gonna hurt you, and you're not gonna want to see it clearly, because that means that you have to lose things in order to go along with this. And you know abundance is coming to you, but it comes with a level of loss. And whatever level of loss that you are taking, Virgo, or whatever shit that you are seeing that is making you very disappointed, is going to in turn hype you up. It's going to bring back that zest for life, because you're going to realize something. You can either stay in hell, in karma, in obligation to people in order to keep your life in order, in the order in which you're subservient, or you could break away and start putting, even if it's one coin, even if it's 1 hour, even if it's 30 minutes, putting energy into something that will actually create a path forward away from domination and control and into independence, monopolies, and corporations. This is the energy that I have for you, Virgo. You're going to get a message from your ancestors that make you take a look at everything that you have been through, and it's going to be real sad and hard to look at, but it's also going to light up an idea. It's also going to give you a creative idea. And you're going to realize you're going to realize what it is that spirit needs you to realize and get in alignment to make real abundance in this lifetime. And you're going to start taking action towards the good offer, and the offer is that intuitive gift that is innately inside of you, that has been outshadowed by the bullshit and the stress of this world. And in so doing, this Virgo, you're going to take action towards this message that they are giving you. And once you become in mutual energy with the divine, they can bring you happiness. You just got to take that step. You feel me? You just got to take off the blindfold. You feel me? You just got to do that work, that hard work. Put the work in. You feel me? But they here showing you. Just got to do it. Just got to do it. It's going to be hard too. People are going to come in and try to get you to stay in your obligations, Virgo. Don't break out of the mold, Virgo. 3232. Don't think out of the box. You're too old. You got too many obligations. You need this job. Fuck them.